Hey guys, welcome to another Patreon exclusive episode of The Litter Box. Here with me for the very last time.
Well,
the last time in the Litter Box.
that's true. Probably.
Maybe. We'll see.
I don't know. Maybe I'll pop in every once in a
You
while.
live right down the road.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Well, like I was referencing one of the other, one of my favorite podcasts right now is Limited Resources, Magic the Gathering podcast, and they've been around for so long. They had their founding co-host was there for 2 years and he left, and someone else was there for 3 years and he left. Someone else was there for 2 years and he left, and it's and now I'm the generation that started listening to this current co-host, Louis Scott Vargas. But still, the other guys show up, and to me, it's the new guys. Who is this person?
Right.
But it's oh no, these are the guys who help create the show you love, and I kind of like that. So it's I don't think I'm dying. I'm not going away. I'm just becoming, and this is a reference for no one. I'm becoming the Brian Stark of Without Parole.
Reference for no one. You are a legacy host. You've joined the ranks of Brett Zawilski.
Yeah.
You've joined the ranks of Mike Zeller.
Mm-hmm.
You're a legacy host on Without Parole.
And I think I just got the right guy's name wrong. Ben Stark.
Damn.
Sorry. And
Should we start this over?
No, that's right. Ben Stark and Brian Wong.
It's fucking Litter Box. No one cares.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's get this right here. So behind the scenes,
Yes.
whatever. So we're filming 3 episodes tonight. We just did next week's Why We Love.
Yes.
So we revealed some information on that, but since this is airing way sooner than that,
Right.
we'll get to tell you guys some information first.
You hear it first.
Exactly. And then we're gonna say goodbye to Des on Viewer Takeover, which airs probably right around the same time this airs.
Right.
So it's all very confusing. But
Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff.
I want to give you a chance to not only say your goodbyes to the loyal Patreon supporters, but also
To clear my name.
we want to give these guys the heads up about the changes that are being made.
Yes.
Obviously, in your absence, we're not canceling any shows.
No.
We're just carrying on, doing the
not.
best, soldiering on without you.
That would be the worst possible thing. That would I'm already I'm disappointed and upset. Well, I'm not happy about having to leave.
At any point, I have to ask you this.
Yeah.
At any point, I feel like I just got a fucking third wave of energy.
All right.
At any point over the last week or whatever, were you thinking about reconsidering, or was this just been I just need to do this? Period. That's it.
It's not that reconsidering. I wish there was some way I could find around to do this.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: it's not hard for me to carve out the time to be here.
Right.
That's
the easy part.
Right.
Right.
It's to carve out the time to actually play the games and be here. I could play the games, or I could be here.
Right.
I can't figure out a way to do both. And I say in the future that I really have been doing this probably 2 months longer than I should have.
Right.
I have not, honestly, one of the things that really tipped me over to the decision is the last few conversations we've had about games is, what can I play that'll only take an hour?
Right.
And that's not what this show should be about. The show shouldn't be about, let's find the crappiest little game that only takes an hour to play. It should be about, no, we want to, the show is about getting deep into the guts of a game.
Right.
And finding every little nook and cranny and then digesting that and giving it back to you to see if it's worth your time to do what we did. It's kind of we bite the bullet and do this stuff so you don't have to. At least that's what I always thought the show was.
Yeah.
And honestly, look at the last few episodes. It's been stuff that either I'd already played in depth, or stuff that was kind of simple to blow through. And you guys deserve so much better than that. And I was not able to provide that lately.
Yeah. It sucks when, something like the Borderlands 2 DLC comes out. And we're
Right.
we're so hyped on Borderlands.
That should
2,
be a 3-part episode,
right? And what are we doing? We're we don't have time. There's not. It wasn't even at no point did we say we have time to do this.
Yeah.
So that that's disappointing. But I think everyone understands, and we found the replacement for you.
We did. He was here the whole time.
New to the show, but old to the channel.
Yeah.
I guess you guys have we've already talked about it a little bit on just with our very close friends, just with the moderators on Discord. So it won't come as a surprise to all of you, but this is the first time we're publicly saying that Jeremy King will be the new co-host,
The Sofa King.
the Sofa King, on Why We Love PSVR.
How amazing is that Penn Gillette video?
Right?
I don't know. Have we talked about that on?
No.
on the
Oh,
thing
no.
yet?
Nope.
So Wired does this thing where they have an expert in the field answer questions from Twitter. And a couple weeks ago, it was Penn of Penn and Teller.
Yep.
And Brian sends me this link. And I just, honestly, I clicked on it for a second. I'm like, oh, it's Penn. Okay, Brian's sending me a magic thing. One thing about being a magician, everyone in your life who knows you is like, oh, have you seen this? Yes, I saw it 5 years ago, but thank you for thinking of me. And so I just see it's Penn, so like, all right, I'll check that out later. And then, I don't know, 2 hours later, Brian gets a text back from me. Holy shit!
Because it's Penn Gillette.
It's Penn Gillette being Penn and Jeremy being Jeremy.
That's and how in the fucking world did these two lines ever cross? Right? Jeremy basically sends tweets at Penn.
Yeah.
Saying, do you remember what it was?
It was how to. I constantly live in fear of a baby bird coming out of an egg when I crack eggs. How do magicians live with that? Like deal with that fear? And Ben just totally shoots him down. It's hilarious.
It doesn't even really respond. Just like gives him like a cockeyed look.
Well, he gives him a look. He's like, "Birds come from eggs. That's just nature," and moves on. It's so perfect. It's the perfect response to that question. And again, it's so perfectly Jeremy being Jeremy,
yep,
and Penn being Penn, and it's just those two worlds colliding in the video is so amazing.
And so using that as a jumping off point,
Penn Gillette will now be the co-host.
Using that as a jumping off point to say, what the fuck is Jeremy going to bring to Why We Love PSVR that wasn't here before? Mm-hmm. I mean, first of all, he knows that he needs to rein it in, because the shows are long enough as it is, right? This isn't like a conversational podcast. I mean, it's a discussion.
Well, it's more focused though. It is
so much more.
This
focused.
is about this game,
right?
Right.
And so, is he going to be able to bring that sense of randomness and that sense of humor to something that is so focused? But honestly, I have so much fun hanging out with him and talking about video games that, like, he was like surprisingly the next logical choice, right? I mean, obviously, Dave Station and AJ would have been great, but to be able to sit in a room and talk like one-on-one, like in an actual same room, not using webcams, like. He's the logical choice. Yeah. And that's shocking to me. And I can't wait to see how the show changes because of it.
Yeah, no, Jeremy's great. Like it's funny, Amanda and I were just talking about it last night because I sat in for her to do Trover on her live stream. And again, it just reminded me again that I am not good at live streaming. I'm not an entertaining live streamer because I get too involved in wanting to play the game.
That show is that game is so hard to live stream.
It's also very hard to live stream.
Non-stop dialogue.
Yeah. But like Amanda is really good at it because she brings this crazy frenetic energy when it's the right game. And Jeremy is crazy good at it because he is just, he's just funny in the bones. And he can make these connections to things that I don't see. And so I think he's going to be, I get pedantic, I get condescending, I get a little too up my own ass with some things, and I think Jeremy is going to be like in a lot of ways a counterpoint to that, but also he has something I never had, was this huge back catalog and depth of knowledge of games. Yeah. That's always been, and I'll be the first to admit, my weakness on the channel is like, you and Jeremy and the other guys can like, oh, I remember this game by this developer and I played this, and like compared to all of you watching, I'm a casual,
that's a crazy spectrum you just put yourself on, but yeah, I mean you're pretty hardcore, but maybe on the lesser side of the hardcore,
right?
Yeah,
but and I think like Jeremy brings this interesting mix of like, being a little goofy, a little funny, and a little over the top, but also having a depth and passion for games too. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and it's crazy, too, because the reason when we restructured Gamescast Live, the reason Jeremy did not become a part of that show was because he couldn't commit to playing new games or playing whatever. And that's also, like, that was something that... Just like me. Right, that was something you couldn't commit to. So, so your role on the channel made so much sense when we were like, well, fuck it, man. It doesn't have to be a new game. Let's take a deep dive into an old game and see what's been changed and added, whatever. You guys know the spiel.
Yep.
And get a dust the blow off of it. and that's and I think telling Jeremy, hey man, you got to commit to one game a week, not new games. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And with he's got all sorts of things have changed in his life since Gamescast Live, or since the Midnight Gamescast ended. So all sorts of things have changed, and it's sort of like the universe just kind of aligned. The planets aligned to make this happen, and I'm super excited to see what happens. I don't have any expectations, and that I'm saying that in a good way. Like the last thing I would want is for him to step into your shoes and like try to make it a carbon copy of what you do.
No, I don't. Nobody wants that.
Right.
Yeah. And if you're saying you want that, I'm flattered, but you're wrong. If a thing can't grow and change, it dies. Right. And I yes, maybe we could make this fresh for 5 more years, but to have him come in and try to make it what Brian and I had is not good. It's not going to play to Jeremy's strength. It's not going to let something new and interesting come out of it. So, yeah, I mean, Brian's going to be an amazing foundation for it, and Jeremy's going to bring something new. And I'm repeating myself again, but yeah.
So this is the first of 3 goodbyes. Obviously, this is we're doing.
That's right. Yep.
We're saying goodbye on Viewer Takeover. We're saying goodbye on Why We Love. We're saying goodbye in the Litterbox.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
I don't think that's a.
Yesterday.
No. We do sing a lot on this channel.
Yeah, not enough.
Probably not enough. Right. Yeah. I mean, do you want to like? These are the fluffies of the fluffy, the loyals of the loyal.
Yeah.
This is, I'm giving you the floor. Whatever you want to say to these guys. Want me to leave the room? Remember we used to do that?
That's right, yes.
The Litterbox episode started out. It was just one of us sitting here talking to the camera. Michelle used to fucking hate it.
Yeah.
She'd be like, can you just sit next to me? I'm like, no, you're missing the point.
No, you're missing the point. She wanted to have something to bounce ideas off of.
I would just leave the room and and be like, just let me know when you're done. Get a call back 5 minutes. I'm done. All right.
And then there was me. Damn it!
Yeah,
do that again.
Can't believe Litterbox. Yeah, Litterbox episodes. Like when it became you and me, like that's just a new thing.
Yeah. But to say to you folks, thank you. That's it. No, we talk about it a little bit in the episode you're going to see, but I think it's really, really important to say to you folks, because as much as we talk about everyone else, the viewers in their shows supporting us, and yes, they support us by watching it and maybe telling their friends and giving us like a like or two.
How many accounts do you have to give us 2 likes?
Right. Yeah, well, at least 2.
That sounds right. 2.
It's honestly exactly literally the folks who are watching this who make this possible. Brian has been able to make one of his dreams come true and have like a video game podcast journalism thing going on.
I have no idea what it is, honestly.
Yeah. And not only that, like to be able to make it into the thing that you would want. Like I think for every artist, for every creator, they get into the thing because they like it and they want to make the version of it that they want to have out in the world. And you have been able to do that, and it's because of you folks. I got into this as a substitute to help this cool guy I just met named Brian.
It was the hair.
It was the hair.
It was certainly not my personality.
Yeah. But it turned out to this this fun thing. And again, I don't want to make it sound like I'm being dismissive, but it really has been just like, this is a fun thing I do once a week. I get to hang out with my friend Brian. I get to talk about cool games. I get to get my opinion out there a little bit. Maybe even get my ego stroked now and then. Who doesn't like a good ego stroking? But
somebody in the comments said we made a cute couple.
Oh,
it's like we do. Or we would.
We would.
It's not the case.
If many things changed.
Yeah.
Or as it was, John Mulaney said, not unless a lot of people get really cool about a lot of things really fast. But anywho, it's just so amazing to see what has happened with this channel. The fact that Brian is like been freed to spend so much of his time too much of his time, but so much of his time creating this thing. And it's just, I'm so privileged to have been part of it, but none of this would have been possible without you folks. And I know we say that a lot, but I can't be more clear about that.
You say you joked about, getting your ego stroked a little bit. But I'll tell you, man, like it takes a person with their ego radically in check to be able to step away from this, which I mean, like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's the biggest PlayStation VR channel in the world.
Oh, heck yeah. No,
it's maybe the biggest active one, but that's like, we don't look at things that way, but for you to be like, I'm stepping away from this, like, just as things are kind of taking off.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to lie. There's a small part of me is like, oh, if I go to PAX next year, I won't be special.
Oh, geez.
I'll just be one of the other people. I'm not going to go get to hang out with Eka in his hotel room and play the whatever new game he's...
we'll still sneak you in.
Yeah. I mean, that's... I'm not going to lie and say, like, that's not part of it. That's disappointing. But...
perks are great, man.
The perks are cool. Right. I'm going to have to pay for games again. But those aren't the things I'm going to miss. And those aren't the things I'm upset about. Yeah. Like, I don't care... Honestly, I would still be doing this if we only had 1,000 viewers, because I like coming here and hanging out with you, and I like coming here and talking about games that I'm excited because I love, and every once in a while games that are fun to talk about because they are terrible.
Yeah.
But a little less of that.
Kind of sad we never got around to Boxing Apocalypse. that would have been a great one to just destroy for an hour.
I think you've made your opinions clear on that. Yeah. I don't think we need to really cover that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just thank you. And I don't know what else to say other than that. I'm still around, so I'll still be on the Discord. I don't know how much longer we'll keep the Ask Des up. We'll probably, I don't know.
For a while.
Yeah. I'm always on Twitter, at Desra. I'm on Instagram. You can find me. DECRAH. There's not many of us out there. And if you're in the Boston area, maybe we'll meet up for lunch. If you're in San Francisco at the end of September, beginning of October, give me a call. Maybe we can do lunch or something. I don't know.
And if you're able to, of course, join us for the Game Cat Meetup on October 19th.
Yes, that's
at Six Flags New England.
Thank you for reminding. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Expect within the next... Actually, no. Probably it has already happened by the time this came out. So, if you haven't seen it yet, in Discord or in these comments, there's going to be a link that I want you to click on, and you will say, yes, I plan on coming. Okay, there will be details about tickets and all that coming, but we want to get a basic head count for how many people are interested in coming. And don't put it in the comments here. Okay, I want to make this link. It's basically going to be to a Google form, because there are people who only talk to us here. There are people who only talk to us on Discord. There are people who only talk to us in the comments and vice versa. And just trying to keep track of all that is too crazy. And there's the Facebook page too. Yeah. This link will be like the central repository. If you're coming, put it there so we'll have an idea whether or not to expect you.
Right.
And that, so by the way,
it'll make things slightly easier on our end.
Yeah.
We do want to remind people it does not mean if you like decide to come at the last minute, we get it.
Right.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, my weekend suddenly freed up. I'm totally going to go now.
Yeah, this isn't going to be like a formally organized thing where like, okay, everyone meet up 8:00. We have a special guest speaker and blah, blah, blah. We're all going to be at the same place at the same time hanging out.
Yeah.
So it's a little more formal than just, hey, showing up with your friends, but it's a little less formal than, say, PAX.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice and easy.
A lot less formal than PAX.
This is a little weird because this is now the second time we said goodbye. We're filming again all three of these shows at the same time, which means we're saying a lot of goodbyes.
And I thank you for the memories.
I wish we had a better song for goodbye.
I wish I had a better voice.
Jesus,
that's a great song.
But I will say goodbye to you at the end of each and every one of these shows. And I guess this is the end of the show. Yeah. And just by saying thank you so much.
End of the show as we know it.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Yeah, seriously, is Jeremy really going to do Blooderbox episodes with me? I guess that's a thing.
Yeah.
Those are going to be off the fucking rails. I just know it.
That will make me a goddamn supporter.
Oh my god, that'll be interesting. Yeah, people will actually tune into all of these.
Did you see that train wreck over without parole?
Not too many people, I think, would show up week after week after week, with rare exception, without getting paid for it. To do what you've done. and it's been your dedication has been fucking ridiculous, and I thank you so very much for it. You know, it's I think you've helped me get better at what we're doing, just by being here, and me learning from you. I don't think I say like as much as I used to, or as much as I used to, but I still say both frequently. There it is.
So now it's just going to be boomeranging in your head. Yeah.
But it's been quite an experience, and I will not forget it.
No matter how hard I try.
No matter how hard I try. I'm going to hope my next host likes scary games.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel so bad about that. Like,
you feel bad about it?
I do. It's like the one thing, like, oh my God, this is like, Brian is so excited when a horror game comes out, and I'm just...
Oh, are you kidding? They fucking love that there's somebody to balance me out, right? They love that, like, oh, Brian is going to love this because it's scary.
Yeah.
Now let's listen to Des because maybe he's fucking rational about it.
Yeah, well, but see, I go too far on the other way. I'm like, oh God, a scary game. Ooh, scary.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but it's been good. I love that you give us that perspective. Like, oh, if you're not a fan of horror games, then this is what you should expect. Mm-hmm. If you potentially get motion sickness, this is what you should expect. Yeah. You definitely gave us a lot of counterpoints that we're going to lose that perspective on the channel, and it's going to be sorely missed.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
You better come back. You better come back and visit.
Yeah, no, I definitely would love to. Being kind of the host emeritus might be a nice role. Just pop in every once in a while.
And we are doing the 2019 award show next month.
Oh, that's right.
And I'm starting to line up all of the. Oh my God, I cannot believe who's presenting. I can't tell you.
Really? I don't even know this.
I haven't told anybody. The list is getting pretty fucking cool. The list of presenters.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm fucking wicked excited.
Randy Pitchford?
I don't know who that is. I'm kidding. Okay. I know who Randy Pitchford is.
No, I think everyone in the industry is like, no.
I'd gladly take him as a presenter. I don't care what he's going through. But yeah, it's going to be really exciting. I've got actually... There's a few confirmed ones that I'm really excited about, and a few potential ones that I'm really excited about.
Awesome.
And man, if the potential ones become confirmed ones, it's going to be the fucking event of the year. And so maybe we'll see you on that.
I would say announcing my return to the channel.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. And
what is it? Oh, Starfucker. That's it.
In Starfucker Incorporated?
No, just a Starfucker. That's someone who only hangs around to be around famous people.
Yeah. I didn't. Is that what that means?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I just liked the 9 Inch Nails song.
Oh yeah.
You
know what you are? You're. No,
yeah. Anyways. I also we're in, and I'm talking to Perp Games this week for about sponsoring the award show. So
cool.
So I think you're going to see some Perp bling, and maybe some CG work by
and,
Perp.
And hey Perp, if those big blue boxes ever come out again,
you just take that one when you go. It takes up so much space.
It'd be a nice retirement package. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Des, for hanging out for the last 3 years.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for supporting us for so long.
Seriously. I nothing would make me more upset than to see like anything negative happen because of my leaving. That's my biggest fear. And it's easy to make it sound like an ego thing, like, oh, I'm leaving. And look, change, people don't like change. Nope. They like things the certain way, and look at the big hit we took when you changed the Midnight Games cast.
Yep. We lost so many loyal game cats. They were like, well, now this channel doesn't have anything that I like anymore. I was like, damn, very sorry to hear that.
But like, this channel is Brian Paul. The rest of us, we help out, we add our voices, but at its core, like, this is your vision, and we add to it. The rest of the other co-hosts can kind of help bring our perspectives to it, but at its core, this is your thing. So if you like what you've seen for the past 3 years, it is because of this guy here. Okay? So that's what you're supporting, and that's what I'm so grateful for. I was along for the ride just like the rest of you. So please continue supporting. Get the word out even more. I want this to be like the biggest, baddest PlayStation VR channel. So when PSVR 5 comes out, and the PSVR 5, PS5.
Yeah, that too, though.
I know. Yeah, well, that too.
The real holodeck.
Yeah, I want this guy to be the person CNN is calling when they're talking about the new game. All right, I want him to be like the talking head on
I might answer CNN's calls. I won't answer IGN's calls, but at CNN I'll probably do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that can't happen without your continued support. So thank you for that.
And we still have viewer takeover to film. We got to say goodbye. Yeah. Guys, thank you again for all your support. Thank you, Des, for all of your loyalty. I don't know. We just got to say goodnight. It's so hard to end these things.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.